Starting at the top of your mat with your toes together and heels slightly apart, hips, knees, and shoulders facing forward. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Take another inhale as you reach your arms up overhead. Gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing out. You can soften your knees, drop your head, maybe shake your head out. You can alternate bending one knee and then the other, just moving your hips slightly from side to side. Then straighten both legs. You can keep hands on the floor or on the shins, wherever you're at today. Start to straighten your arms, gaze down at the floor in front of you, and then slightly forward so that you're arching your upper back and feeling a stretch through the back of the legs. Exhale, release down, soften the knees. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side, up overhead, gazing up towards the ceiling. And exhale as you bring your hands together, bring your hands to your heart center. Once again, inhale, arms reach up overhead, gazing, lifting up. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, release the head. Inhale, lifting halfway up, gazing forward. Exhale, folding forward. From here, step your left foot back behind you into a lunge position. Start to drop your hips, keep your fingertips on the floor. Engage through your abdominals, back heel lifted, back leg straight, and slowly start to reach your palms up towards the ceiling, coming to an upright position with your torso. Taking a deep breath here. And feel the power in your legs, weight equal between left and right legs. Release the hands back down to the floor. Step the right foot back to meet the left foot. Feet hip distance apart, shift your hips up towards the sky. Drop your head down and feel as if your tailbone is reaching up towards the ceiling. Hands are wide, fingertips wide, weight straight through the middle of the hand, pressing your heels down into the floor. Bend one knee as you lean into the opposite leg and switch. Bend the other knee as you press the opposite heel down into the floor. One more time. Switch the heels, press and stretch, and switch. Press the other heel into the floor. Both heels press down towards the floor. It's okay if they don't meet the floor. You can even keep your knees slightly bent if you feel tight in your hamstrings today. From here, bring the left knee in towards your chest as you shift your shoulders forward. Step that left foot between your hands and come into a nice low runner's lunge. Drop the hips down, back leg is straight, up on the toes. Pull the abdominals in, start to reach your palms forward and then up towards the ceiling. Lengthening through your torso, tuck your tailbone under and breathe. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, reach your hands back down to the floor. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Fold forward. Inhale, arms reach out to the side, lifting all the way up, gazing at the ceiling, bringing the palms together and down through your heart center into prayer. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, gazing forward, arching through the back. Exhale, lower the body down again. Step the left foot back, coming into that high lunge again. This time we're going to rotate the back heel down at a diagonal. You're going to lift that left arm forward and then come up into warrior two. In Warrior Two, your back leg is strong and straight. Your front knee is bent with the front knee reaching back towards that outside of the leg. If you look down and just gaze down towards that right knee in front of you, you should be able to see your big toe. If your big toe is covered, it means your front knee is slightly turned in, so open that out. From here, we're going to add reverse warrior. So lean that left hand back to the left leg, right arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming through your Warrior Two. Lower your right forearm onto the right thigh. Left arm reaches up overhead. We're going to float through these two positions a few more times. Coming through Warrior Two. Reach up and back into reverse warrior. Floating forward, forearm onto the thigh. Left arm up and over. Once more, float through center. Reaching up and back. Float back through Warrior Two, forearm down, and extend the arm. Come back to Warrior Two. Straighten that right leg. You're going to shift your hips back. Let that left hip stick out. You're going to reach forward with the right arm, and then just windmill the arm so the left arm is towards the ceiling. Right hand is on the shin. Or you can bring your fingertips down to the floor. Take a few deep breaths here, maybe gazing up at the ceiling to add a little more rotation. Imagine the chest opening up towards the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Focus on the inner thighs drawing together, abdominals pulling in so that you maintain your balance here. Maybe test your weight on that right hand by lifting those fingers off the floor. And on your next exhale, you're going to start to bend that right knee. Float back through Warrior Two. And then windmill your arms down to the mat. Stepping that right foot back to meet the left. Pressing the heels towards the floor. Tailbone up and towards the sky. Dropping the head. And stretching through the chest and shoulders. To reverse sides, bring that left foot up towards the chest. Step the left foot between the hands. You're going to rotate the back heel, bring the back heel down to the floor. Windmill your arms up, coming into Warrior Two again. Hips are square, long torso, abdominals in, energy reaching through both arms. Reverse warrior, bring the right hand to the right thigh, left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, floating through center, bring that left forearm down to the left thigh. Right arm reaches up and overhead. 2 more times, floating through Warrior Two to reverse warrior. Float and swim the arms so that the left forearm comes to the left thigh. Right arm up overhead. And once more, float through center. Up and back to reverse warrior. Once more, modified side angle, forearm to thigh, and reach. Come back through your Warrior Two, straighten your left leg. Shift your right hip out to the side, reach forward with your left arm, and then float that left hand down to your shin, right arm towards the ceiling. Rotate your torso so that you open up, maybe gazing at the ceiling. Option here to bring your left fingertips towards the floor, or if you have a block, you can also use a block here to help keep you more lifted. Breathing deeply through your chest. And deep belly breaths as well, engaging the inner thighs, pulling the abdominals in. And then on your next exhale, start to soften that left knee. Float back through your Warrior Two position. Windmill the arms back down to the floor, one hand on either side of your foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right, and come back into a downward dog position. Taking a few deep breaths here, Continue to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Press the heels down towards the floor. Shake your head no, and shake your head yes. And then from here, lift up onto your toes, lower your knees onto the mat, untuck your toes, and sit back into child's pose. You can rest your forehead on the mat, reaching your arms forward in front of you, active, maybe even lifting the palms, and allowing yourself to just have your fingertips on the mat, and then scoop your belly, pulling it in and back so you get a little bit of traction on the low back here. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly start to draw your navel in towards your spine, pulling your belly button in, rolling all the way up to a seated position. Inhale your arms forward in front of you, lifting up towards the ceiling, and then open your arms back behind you. Keep reaching back as you draw your arms back and then down. So we open up through the chest, bring your fingertips slightly on the floor behind you, and arch your chest towards the ceiling. If it feels okay, feel free to drop your head backwards. Then tuck your chin into your chest and roll your shoulders back into a neutral position. Hands are going to come forward in front of you on the floor, shoulder distance apart. Knees are hip distance apart behind you. Scoop your belly button in, round your back. Feel like your belly button is drawing up towards the ceiling. And then allow yourself to float through a neutral position as you drop your belly towards the floor, chest towards the floor, and arch, lifting your head and your gaze up and forward. A few more times here. Scoop the belly. Exhale. Round through the spine. And then start to drop the belly, arching through the back. Exhale. Scoop and round. Inhale. Arch through the spine. Exhale, come back through your neutral position. You're going to cross your ankles and your shins. You're going to sit back onto your heels, bring your feet in front of you, and we're going to attempt to come up to standing from this position. So I want you to bring your feet to the floor, use your hands behind your hips, and just come all the way up. I hope you enjoyed your yoga workout. Get a little more movement in your day, and God bless. Namaste.